Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Welcome back. I hope you had a really great week. Since it's Saturday, that means it's time yet again for another weekly home fragrance roundup. This is the video that goes up most Saturdays here on my channel, where I just talk about all the home fragrance that I was enjoying around the house over the course of the past week. I do this video alongside my trusty assistant, Alf. If you're new here, this is Alf. He's a dog. A pug specifically, and he really enjoys just being next to me, or rather yet like in my lap. So whenever I sit down anywhere, he just immediately is like, all right, it's time for lap time. And he's cute, so I let him do it. But that also means that I now get to share, you know, the free pug ASMR with all of you as well. So you will probably hear some snoring, some snorts, potentially even some other fun noises in the background of this video, especially if you have your earbuds in. Those noises are all courtesy of Alf, so let's all give Alf a big round of applause for his contributions to the channel here. Anyway, you guys, before we get into all of the home fragrance from the past week, check out the description box. Lots of links down there. You can find links to anything that I am sharing here in this video down there. There are discount codes. There's information about the candle sales that are happening this weekend at the companies that I tend to frequent the most for home fragrance products. There's also some linked videos, so if you have some questions about how to use candle crocks and candle lamps, if you would like to know some ideas maybe for some leftover wax or the benefits of hurricanes, you know, these are just some things that I've gotten some frequent questions about over the years. So I just created some videos that I can easily link for reference. So if you have any questions, you might be able to find your answer in one of those videos. Otherwise, you can always leave your questions in the comments down below. I would love to know what you were burning and melting this past week as well. So let us know. Are you leaving? Or are you just readjusting? Oh, he's just readjusting. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get started with a tour of what I have been, what I'm actually using today in terms of home fragrance, so what I'm burning, and then let's also go through what is currently in my candle crocks. I'm actually not using my lamps right now. I do need to get just a little bit better about turning the lamps on, because honestly I've been a little lazy this week in terms of home fragrance. It's been quite warm here in Oregon. We've been, if not like at 90 degrees, pretty close to 90 degrees for most of this week, so it has been toasty. I am not a summer person, so it's been a rough week for me. But I think it's gonna be a rough few months for me, so that's a bummer. But I'm finding that this year especially, the heat is making me kind of lazy in terms of wanting to light candles, but I need to plow through that, because I still have quite a number of summer candles that I am looking to plow through this year to whittle my collection down. So yeah, I'm gonna have to suck that up real quick. I allowed myself a little bit of laziness this week, but I need to get it together. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a quick tour of what's currently happening, and then we'll meet back here to discuss some other candles and wax melts from this week. Burning behind me while I am filming today's video is Bath & Body Works Cherry Blossom Soju. This, I believe, is $10.95 currently during the SAS sale. You guys, this is such a great scent. It really does remind me of the Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 62 fragrance, which, if you are not familiar, if I tell you that it smells like the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream, that's probably more of a trigger for you. If you really like the smell of that particular body cream or that body spray, heck, they even have it in a perfume format now, you're really gonna like this fragrance here. It is very, very similar. I really enjoy this one. This is one of the few Bath & Body Works candles that I have purchased a backup of this year, so this is my backup. I already finished with my first candle, and I was so glad that I did pick up another one. That being said, I did skip the SAS sale altogether again this year, so I'll probably regret that, because I'm sure they won't bring this one back again. But I don't know, what are you gonna do? I'm trying really hard to just embrace, you know, enjoying new things that are coming out at this point. So yeah, that's that's the train that I am trying to stay on right now. Hopefully I can stick with it. Anyway, let's move on to what's currently burning in the kitchen. We are now in my kitchen, and on the kitchen island here in the Pottery Barn Chester Hurricane is HomeWorx hibiscus flowers. I really love this particular tropical floral from HomeWorx. Very different from my experience with the citrus plumeria, which you're going to hear a little bit more about here when we sit down to discuss the rest of the candles from earlier this week. This particular scent is very authentic. It's really beautiful. I happen to think that Harry usually creates really fantastic tropical florals. This is an excellent example of that. I feel like this one's doing a little bit better in the Hurricane, but also I felt like it was doing fine when I had it in the dining room as well. So I don't think you necessarily need a Hurricane for this one, but I do think it amps it up just a touch. So at any rate, if you are looking for a great tropical floral option, I think the hibiscus flowers is worth checking out. I do already have an in-depth review of this one. I reviewed it, I think, back in 2021 or possibly 2022. So if you'd like an in-depth review, I'll try to remember to link that one in the description box down below. But you can also find all of my HomeWorx candle reviews in I created a playlist. So if you're curious, you can just kind of plow through that playlist and, see if the review that you're interested in is featured there already. So, all right, you guys, let's move on to what I have going in my crocks. I'm not using any of my lamps right now. This is the candle crock in my laundry room, and I think that I'm just about done with this one. It's been in here for, I think, a week and a half at this point. Possibly, has it been 2 even? Ooh, my timing's really off about this one. Anyway, I feel like most of the fragrance oils have dissipated. This is the Kringle Reserve Grilled PB&J. This was a part of the latest Kringle candle release for the Reserve line. And I really love this scent, but the wicks were really kind of wicked on this one. And so I opted to go ahead and after reviewing it, I popped it into the candle crock in here. Listen, I love the fragrance. I just think that the wicks on this one are a little bit more troublesome and I didn't feel like dealing with them. So for me, it made a little bit more sense to finish the fragrance and get the enjoyment out of it by melting it. And it's performed really great in the candle crock. If you just crock your candles or if you just use them underneath lamps, you're gonna enjoy this fragrance. It's very, very authentic. But if you do want to burn your candles, please make sure that with this particular one, you're really keeping a close eye on it, and that if you start to see those big mushroom tops develop, that you go ahead and maybe limit the burn to maybe around 2 to 3 hours at a time. I just think that that's the best way to experience this one to avoid any potential issues in terms of, a lot of smoking or sooting happening. Yeah, I'm just very particular about that. And this one did not give me, the burn that I'm used to with most of these Kringle soy candles. So off to the crock she went, and I think she's just about done. So I'm going to go ahead and retire her, and I'll probably end up popping a Bath & Body Works candle in here. I have one in mind that started misbehaving this week, so I think that's what's going to take the place of this one. But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about this one. I know several of you ordered it despite my, despite my review. So keep me updated on how it's performing for you. I'm very curious about your guys' experience as well. Now let's move upstairs. We are now in my master bedroom and in the candle crock up here. I think that I can finally turn this one off and let the wax harden up. This is my Kringle Reserve Juicy Strawberry. I did plop this one in here as a brand new candle. I never even lit it up. This was actually my backup. I really enjoy the juicy strawberry fragrance, and I could have burned this and it would have done great burning, but sometimes I will just put a full brand new candle that has 0 burn issues into my candle crocks. I really like the constant fragrance output that I get from doing that. And sometimes I just enjoy melting my candles. So anyway, I opted to do that with this one. And I think this is actually the end of the, I believe this is the 3rd week. The fragrance definitely, I stopped kind of noticing it, I think on Wednesday of this week. Now, when I'm standing over in this area, I can still definitely smell it, but it's no longer producing fragrance the way that it did during the first couple of weeks. So I think it's time to retire this one, but definitely thankful for the service of this juicy strawberry up here because it has made this room smell so good for the last couple of weeks. I've really enjoyed it. And if juicy strawberry is currently in stock, or if they restock it at some point, if it happens to be out of stock right now, I would highly recommend this fragrance. It's really delicious. It's kind of a more interesting take on strawberry. It's not as sweet as some other strawberry fragrances are, and it has like a touch of green to it. I really like this one. So anyway, definitely a reserve recommendation if you ever come across it and you're interested. The last crock I want to share with you guys is in my upstairs back bedroom. And in here I have Kringle Reserve Gingered Peach. Now this one has been in this crock since Tuesday of this week, so it's still going strong. Gingered Peach was a part of the latest Reserve launch. I actually really like this particular peach, but it's very different from the normal peach scents that I gravitate towards. A little bit of a different take. You can really smell that ginger in this one. I don't normally enjoy ginger, but I feel like there's just a little dose of it in here, so it makes it a little bit different, but it's still not that like super aggressive. I don't know. To me, ginger is fine in really small doses, but in any significant doses, I feel like it takes over a fragrance. So I liked that they put a hint of it in here, but it's not the entire focus. So anyway, this is actually a peach that I really enjoyed. And if you are at all interested in the gingered peach, I had a pretty decent experience with it. It was a little bit lighter in terms of strength and throw than what I'm used to from the Reserve candles. But I tell you what, when I've been melting this, it's been even more potent. So I would say if you're willing to purchase it just to crock it, you're actually, I think, going to get a stronger performance out of it than you are when you are burning it. So, but again, I do understand that not everybody, you know, views crocking candles as an acceptable, you know, activity. So if you don't, it's fine. Don't do it. But I love my crocks, and I do think that a lot of times they will amplify fragrances that just don't perform very well when they're actually lit by flames. So anyway, love this one. I'm going to let it keep going until it dies down. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and head back downstairs and talk about the home fragrance from the rest of the week. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that little tour of what's currently happening. So let's get started with candles that I finished this week. I'm so sad, but I did finish my the legendary Vacation by Vacation candle. Oh, it's so good. This burned like a champ. What a great performing 1-wick candle this was. If you are not familiar with this specific fragrance, so the sunscreen, or the Vacation Sunscreen Company, I guess I should say, is they mostly produce, you know, different SPF products, but they also have a little bit of a home fragrance line. Now, their signature fragrance is called Vacation, so they have an eau de toilette. I actually went through an entire bottle of that perfume last summer. Amazing. I love so many of their SPF products. They just have really great products in general, right? But after I finished that bottle of perfume, I was really excited to find out that they actually had a limited edition candle available in the fragrance of that perfume. And also that specific like Vacation fragrance is also in a lot of their sunscreen products. So if you want to smell like $1 million, while protecting your skin, you should check out Vacation for sure. But anyway, I really loved this. Now, it was only, was this 6 ounces? I was gonna say 8, but it's only a 6-ounce candle. It was a single wick candle. But it was so good. I mean, for being a 1 wick, it had pretty decent strength and throw, and it just has the most amazing fragrance to it. So if I were to try to like explain it, it just reminds me of my youth. Now, I wasn't a summer person even in my younger years, but of course all of my friends were, so I would still end up going to like the lake. We lived in a house, especially when I was in like around the middle school years. We lived near American Lake up in Washington, and so my friends and I would go to the lake pretty much every single weekend. Sometimes we would go to the pool, but the smell of this reminds me of like that time in my life. I can literally smell the swimsuit lycra. You smell that in this fragrance. You can smell like the kind of generic like sunscreen, like the coconutiness, how there was always like a little hint of banana in the sunscreens. You can smell the pool chlorine. You can smell the plastic from the pool toys. Like it sounds like it would just be the most random hodgepodge of stuff, but somehow, you guys, it works, and it transports you back to your younger years. I'm telling you, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s and that was like your summer life, you need to smell this fragrance because it's just gonna take you right back. I love it. I will purchase another one of these. They also have some other candles in their collection as well. None of them are like large scale versions, you know, where you can get multiple wicks. But I will say, the performance for the size was pretty decent. So was it a house filler? No. But did I love it, and will I repurchase it? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, other candles that well, okay, so this one's not finished, but I'm putting it in my empties because I don't like this fragrance. And it's a HomeWorx, you guys. I typically, I will say, this is one of my like rare fragrance flops from HomeWorx. This smells so off to my nose. Something in here is coming across like as a weird like body odor type note to me, and I don't know why, but I cannot think of another HomeWorx fragrance that I've tried in the past where I've just been like, no, absolutely not. Like, I'm not even willing to like give it a chance. Now, I did burn it quite a bit because I was thinking like, maybe I'm gonna hit like a good fragrance patch somewhere in this. This Citrus Plumeria, I just expected this to smell super good, but it's not to my nose. So I would not personally recommend this one. I don't know that I would recommend bringing this one back. I think maybe if they took another stab at it and like reformulated the fragrance, maybe, but this is one of the few HomeWorx candles where I was just like, I don't even want to finish this. I don't even want to pass this along to my friends. I do always have a pile of candles, you know, that I'm either no longer interested in, or you know, I'm just kind of maybe over the scent or something, and I will give those things away to my friends. It's just a cardboard box that I keep in my office, and they're always welcome to dig through it when they come over. I don't even think that I'm gonna put the rest of this in there because I don't think anyone would take it. So we're just gonna put in the empties and we're gonna call it a day on this one, but that's a huge bummer. That Citrus Plumeria was, I don't know, I had high hopes. I love Plumeria, but that is not it for me. Okay, the rest of these are not finished, but I was enjoying them this week, so let's dive in with the Bath & Body Works. The Berry Waffle Cone, the original from 2017 in the ribbed glass. These did not come with lids. I just took this lid off another candle, but I am definitely at the halfway point with this one. I think I have 2 or 3 left from this original collection. It is out again for SAS right now at Bath & Body Works, but I did smell it in store, and I don't know what it is. I just think this original version is just so much richer smelling, and the performance is just outstanding compared to what I have experienced with other repackages of this scent since the original release. So I don't know, I feel like Bath tell me if you guys feel this way. I feel like Bath and Body Works, when they first release a new scent, it's usually always the very best version of that scent. I don't know if they're tweaking things for like subsequent releases. They shouldn't. But I feel like anytime that I fall in love with something and then I get it again after it's repackaged after like a year or two and I smell it, like I'm just thinking it's not really the same. The Strength and Throw is, I feel like, also not the same on the newer Bath & Body Works candles. But I would love your guys' theory on that, or like what your experience is. For me, I just think that the subsequent versions of Berry Waffle Cone haven't smelled quite as rich and delicious as the original version has. Why is, oh, you guys, you know what we're dealing with right now? Cottonwood. It's even floating in my house. I just caught a piece of it. Gah, I hate this stuff. It's everywhere right now. All right, another Bath & Body Works candle that I was enjoying this week, and I'm a little sad by what's happening here. I know it's Santorini Coast, but it smells so good. It smells so good. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and crock this one at this point just because of what it's doing. I think the wicks are dudding out on me. Anyway, this has those thick rope-like wicks. Listen, this is not going to waste. I'm gonna put this in my laundry room. I will be replacing the grilled PB&J from Kringle with this in there, so it's fine. I'll get at least a solid week or so out of this one, so it's fine, but I really do wish that I could actually finish burning it. Okay, I lit up my beloved Kringle Sweet Cream only once this week. I love this one. I wish that they would, restock it. I feel like I say this a lot when it comes to these Kringle Reserve scents. Kringle really does need to get better about these restocks. It really, I feel like, pisses people off that the restocks aren't more frequent, especially when they are putting out, you know, new collections for the Reserve line, when people are still waiting to purchase the jelly donut. People are still waiting to purchase these sprinkled macarons. There's so many scents that people are lusting after that just have not been restocked, sweet cream included. So my hope is that this is something that it's probably not going to happen this year, but if they are already planning for next year, which I'm sure they are, most companies usually plan like several seasons ahead. But if they are able to at all work on the restock, I think it would just be so greatly appreciated by so many people. I don't know what the holdup is. It could be, you know, getting the glass. It could be obtaining the fragrance oils. It could be obtaining the wicks. I don't know what the holdup is, but I would love to just see more timely restocks of things. So anyway, other things I was enjoying this week. This is part of the most recent Reserve drop. If you missed it, the newest Reserve did launch on the 20th. And I'm so curious, once you guys start getting your orders, come back and let me know what you picked up and what your thoughts are. Merlot was one that I've really been enjoying, and I'm not a grape person, you guys. I mean, you know, like if the grape scent is done right, I will definitely enjoy it. But this one here just smells so authentic, just in terms of smelling like Concord grape juice. I love this. I really enjoy this particular scent. And I'm definitely going to keep burning it for the remainder of the summer here. I will say though, this one here, I was enjoying it a couple more times this week, but I really think this is a more fall appropriate fragrance, and I kind of want to save it for the fall. I do not normally do this. As you can see, this is burned now to the halfway point. I'm going to put this away until September, October. I just really think that this particular one is going to shine during that time of the year. Also, I've been burning this one mostly during the morning hours when I've been making my coffee. So making my coffee alongside burning this has been the most fabulous combination. And I don't know. I do really love this scent, which is bizarre because it's caramel, which I'm so picky about, cocoa and toasted fluff. But it's done so well. You know, I always think that, like, I wish that I could enjoy all caramel scents, but I just find that a lot of like home fragrance products, when it comes to caramel, put the focus on that caramel, and it just goes cloying to my nose so quickly. It's just so sweet that I don't know, it kind of almost makes me sick to my stomach. So, but that is caramel, just absolutely perfectly executed. So I love it. All right. I was also enjoying Bonfire, but I am burning Bonfire outside in our covered patio area. This one is a really beautiful hearth type scent. So think charred wood, but there's also a slight perfuminess or cologne aspect to this one. It's not a huge part of the fragrance, so if you don't normally like that, I think you're still going to be okay with this one, but it definitely smells just a little teensy bit perfumey to my nose. I don't personally mind that, but yeah, I've really been liking that one. Will it be a repurchase for me? Probably not, but I do really like it. Yeah, you guys, I think I'm gonna get more of this. I really want to know what you guys think of this one. If you ordered it, let me know. So, all right, and then the very last candle that I was enjoying this week is my beloved Farm Stand Blueberry from HomeWorx. I love this one. Still have a few of these to get through, and I'm making great progress. So really happy about that. And that's it, you guys. That's it in terms of what I lit up this week. Now, I do have a rather decent candle haul that I'm sharing with you guys tomorrow. So next week, I will be focusing on burning a bunch of new things. Again, it's going to be kind of hard because it's supposed to, again, be really warm next week, but I don't know. It might be time for me to break down and turn on the air conditioner. I've still been trying to make it without the air conditioner by just opening the windows early in the morning, letting the cooler air come in, and then kind of closing everything down. But I feel like even that it's not working the best right now. So anyway, let's talk some wax melts, and I'll try to be better about lighting up candles next week. Okay. Wax melts I've had no problems with because I don't feel like my Scentsy warmers contribute a whole lot to excess heat in the house. So this week I was enjoying some Berry Bright. Now I do still have a few, well, most of this bar left, but I did finish this one here. Berry Bright is, I think, one of my new favorite summer staples from Scentsy. By the way, I'm not a Scentsy consultant. I buy all of this stuff from my best friend, Lisa. I find the Scentsy products to be wonderful quality, and I've just had really good luck in terms of being able to get multiple days out of most of the bars that I purchase. There's some one-offs that are duds. You know, it's fine. Listen, every company is going to have a dud every now and then. I'm not going to, you know, like knock a company for that. If there's consistent duds, you know, I think then we have to have a conversation. But for the most part, I have really great luck with Scentsy in terms of consistency and being able to get at least 2 to 3 days very easily out of most of the wax melts that I tend to gravitate towards. So I love a lot of fruity scents, love a lot of gourmands. So anyway, Berry Bright basically smells like blue raspberry cotton candy. It is delicious. I cannot recommend it more. It is so good. All right, here we have Courage. Now this one is a little bit of a melon and berry combo. And I really liked this. When I first smelled it, I was like, kind of maybe a little bit generic. You know what it kind of reminded me of was just a very generic, like, Bath and Body Works fragrance, maybe from like the 90s. Although they didn't have anything that smelled quite like this. I'm thinking maybe the cucumber, a little bit of that like melon from the cucumber and melon that they had. And then I feel like I also smell maybe like a touch of like their plumeria in here. I don't think there are any like floral notes listed in here, but yeah. And then also maybe like a touch of the sun-ripened raspberries. It's good. I actually really enjoyed this. But yeah, just something about it just kind of screamed like 90s like Bath and Body Works fragrance. Not mad at it. It's delightful. All right, Kukui and Coconut. I love Kukui and Coconut. This is a really beautiful, like nutty coconut. It smells like Hawaii. It just smells really good. If you've never tried this one, you have to try this. It is so good. It's just a beautiful, delicious, creamy, nutty coconut. That's the best way to explain it. All right, what else do we have here? Cake Me Too Paradise, which ironically, I don't really get much cake from this. This just smells like a really sweet, fruity concoction. I feel like I get a lot of passion fruit in here. And if I'm really sticking my nose in it, I also feel like I smell some of that like camu in here. You guys know how I feel about camu. It's one of my favorite Scentsy summer fragrances. I know a lot of people think it smells like cat pee. I don't, but anyway, I feel like I also get some of that in here. It's just so sweet, so juicy, so fruity. It is delicious. I wish that I got the cake note. I don't, but despite that, it's still in my club. I love it. I freaking love it. Got 2 more. Sorry, just kind of a decent amount of Scentsy this week. All right, Starburst Sky. Listen, I absolutely adore this. This is also in my club already. Why is the lighting changing? What is going on with my camera? Sorry, what is happening? Go normal. Why am I look so white? Okay, I promise I didn't touch anything. Although I'm sure I touched something. Sorry. I'll try and fix it. Anyway, Starburst Sky. I think this smells like my beloved The Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods. If you really like that perfume, I think you'll really enjoy this wax melt here. And then the very last one is also beloved Mahalo Coconut. You guys, I think these two, listen, these two are staples for the summer from Scentsy. This Mahalo Coconut is more of a like beachy, marine, aquatic accord type of coconut. It's a little bit fresher, whereas this maybe smells a little bit more creamy, a little bit more, maybe like sunscreen lotion without the salty, beachy ocean air being involved in the situation. But this is so good. If you really like Sea Breeze from Kringle, you would really love Mahalo Coconut from Scentsy. And that is everything from this past week. Let me know what you were burning and melting in the comments down below. I appreciate you guys hanging out today, and I'm sure Alf does as well. Would you like to say hi? Come here, show them your face. At least show them your face once in this video. Oh my gosh, isn't he cute? I just love him. He's so cute. He's the best. Anyway, Alf and I are going to clean up our mess here and get ready for the weekend, right, buddy? Anyway, I appreciate you being here. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.